Echoes of Valhalla. Following Episode 2, The Beast Beneath the Fjord. Episode 3, The Blood of the Frost Giant. After the battle begins. The fjord groaned like an ancient spirit awakening from a cursed sleep. Ice cracked in jagged lines beneath Erik Stormborn's boots as Draugr, the monstrous guardian of the depths, burst from the frozen water. Its body was carved from glacier and bone, each movement a thunderous reminder of the power that lay beneath the world's edge. Erik's breath clouded the air, every exhale snatched instantly by the bitter wind. He raised his axe, the runic metal glowing faintly as if recognizing its monstrous foe. The beast lunged. Erik met it head-on. Steel slammed against frozen hide with an echo that rolled across the mountains. Shards of ice exploded outward like a spray of diamonds, each piece catching the pale winter sun before disappearing in the snow. But something else spilled, something impossible. As the creature roared and reeled back, its wounds glowed with a radiant blue. Thick, cold blood poured onto the snow, freezing it instantly into jagged crystal formations. It was as if winter itself bled through the creature. Erik's eyes widened. This was no ordinary sea beast. This was something born of older, darker ages. The raven's warning. Above the chaos, the raven circled. Its wings sliced the sky with frantic urgency. Erik had seen the bird many times before, a silent watcher of his battles, but today, it moved with fear. A harsh cry cut through the wind. The sound was not merely animal, it carried intent. The raven's eyes ignited with pale flame. Erik blinked as a whisper pierced his mind, a voice neither human nor beast. Stormborn, not all enemies rise from the deep. Beware the ones who stand behind you. Erik staggered, more startled by the voice than the monster. The raven swooped downward, circling him once, twice, then darted toward the cliffs towering above the fjord. The message was clear. Something worse than the beast was watching. But what? Erik tightened his grip on his axe. The cold bit deeper into his skin. The raven cawed again, desperate, urging him to look toward the cliffs. He did. And the truth cut deeper than any blade. Bjorn's betrayal. High atop the cliffs, where the icy wind howled like a pack of spirits, Bjorn Iron Fist stood watching the battle unfold. His fur cloak snapped violently behind him, his eyes flame-bright with ambition. He should have been at Erik's side. A sworn brother. A shield mate. A leader of men. But Bjorn's heart had long been turning to shadow. Several warriors from his clan gathered behind him, confused by their jarl's refusal to join the fight. The ground quaked with each of Draugr's roars, yet Bjorn stood unmoved. He raised his spear, not in defense of Erik, but to silence his own men. Let him fight alone, Bjorn growled. His voice carried like thunder rolling over stone. Let the beast tear him apart. Only then will Skjoldheim belong to us. Murmurs of disbelief rippled through the warriors. But Jarl, one whispered, Stormborn saved our children from the Draugr last winter. Enough, Bjorn snapped. The prophecy says the bearer of Stormblood will rise to rule, but only after the fall of one greater than him. Erik must fall. Then I shall rise. The icy wind surged, as if recoiling from his words. In the cliff's shadow, ambition became betrayal. And betrayal became destiny. The beast's true nature. Down below, Erik rolled aside as Draugr slammed its jaws into the frozen ground, shattering ice into flying shards. He swung his axe upward, carving deep into the beast's flank. A pulse of blue shot through the wound. A glow, ancient, powerful. Erik froze. Something was etched into the beast's hide. Not scars, symbols. He leaned in as the creature recoiled. Even through the chaos of battle, he recognized the markings. Runes. Not common runes carved by mortal smiths. These were older. carved in spiraling patterns of frost and magic. The runes of the Jotnar. The frost giants. The first enemies of the Aesir. A chill ran deeper than the winter air, settling into Erik's bones. "So this is what you are," he whispered. "Not beast. Not spirit. Born from the blood of giants." The creature roared, as if understanding that its true nature had been discovered. The wound of destiny. Thunder cracked across the fjord as Erik raised his axe for a final strike. The runes along the blade flared with white fire. He drove it into the heart of Draugr glowing markings. The beast convulsed. A shudder ran through the ice beneath them. The air vibrated with ancient magic. Then came the final roar. A scream that carried the pain of ages. The massive creature collapsed backward into the freezing waters, sending a tidal wave of ice and shattered frost into the sky. The fjord trembled. Snow cascaded from cliff edges. But the battle was not finished. Not for Erik. A splash of glowing blue burst upward, drenching his arm. He screamed as the frostfire blood sank into his skin, burning and freezing him at the same time. His flesh tightened. The veins beneath his skin illuminated, spreading ice like delicate cracks of lightning. He dropped to one knee, gasping, clutching his arm as the transformation began. Above him, the raven let out a cry filled with sorrow. The transformation begins. Erik's vision blurred. The world wavered in waves of blue and white. The fjord, the cliffs, the sky, all became a swirling mass of frozen color. Voices whispered through the cold. Ancient, distant. Elder Freydis' scrolls had warned of this fate, words he once dismissed as superstition. The one who harms the blood of, and distorted all at once. The raven landed before him. Its feathers shimmered with magic. Its eyes were pools of midnight. "You have crossed a threshold, Stormborn," the raven whispered. "Your path is no longer mortal. The blood of the Jotnar sleeps inside you now, and it will wake." Erik trembled. "Why me?" he managed to choke out. "Because destiny does not ask permission," the raven replied. The fjord slowly quieted. The frozen wind settled into an eerie calm. The water stilled as if the world held its breath. Erik rose unsteadily to his feet. Glowing frost trailed across his skin, snaking up his arm, spreading toward his chest. His eyes shimmered with a faint blue light, neither human nor giant, but something in between. On the cliffs, Bjorn's confident smirk faltered. This was not the fall he had expected. This was a transformation. A rebirth. A threat. Erik turned his gaze toward the cliffs. Bjorn felt the weight of that stare, a chill deeper than winter sinking into his spine. The prophecy had spoken of a Stormblood warrior. But it had not warned what such a warrior would become. Erik whispered, his voice trembling yet powerful. "The giants are waking."